Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. We're swinging into a couples RPG.
Our very first one that's going to be on this channel.
One more quest. Now, we have this premise. We have this grand idea that it's possible to play RPGs together.
Yes.
Just us. Now, I love being a DM, but with the rise of the world deciding to quit and us moving and transitioning into board games, I haven't had the opportunity to DM as often as I would like. And you've
never done this before.
You have no idea what's in store, but you enjoy playing games with me.
I do.
And I've sold you a bill that I probably can't write the check to. A promise of an adventure, a grand open world, an exploration of your most inner sanctum of personality and depths, or if you're playing one more quest, a silly, chaotic, comedic RPG filled with dexterity.
Fun.
And quite a bit of potty humor. So, for the record, this is just us hanging out, having fun, and also showing and sharing the mechanics of this really cool RPG with you, the audience. If you can sit back, relax, laugh along with us, and enjoy the show, I think we're going to be able to put on a pretty darn good one. So, with that, I will have a preview video for one more quest that breaks down the core mechanics and what's so neat about this system. For the most part, what you need to know is that this is supposed to be a fun dungeon romp, sometimes multi-quests, but oftentimes one-shot adventures that combine some weird dexterity with a target for your rolling in the center and some of the very, very interesting mechanics that tie all those things together. Like, for instance, if you're blind and also sneaking, you might go eye level, close your eyes, and throw from your forehead. That's what we're talking about. Shira, the best at dexterity.
Oh, dexterity are my favorite.
We're both drinking old fashions, and let's swing into this. I've already given Shira a breakdown of what we are playing, right?
Can I introduce myself?
In one moment. Ligma Meta Papa is the oldest fraternity at Starvard University, a school of arcane study with the protectorates of magic. The current membership, steered by its rigorous leaders, Tome, Lear, and Toenail, are notorious across campus for their riotous parties. By the way, each of them earned their nickname because it was the thing they swallowed when joining the fraternity. Tome, Lear, and Toenail. Reckless magic and generous donations from wealthy parents to shield them from consequences. They've had quite a run, but the recent Reverse Centaur incident was finally considered a step too far. Ligma Meta Papa had been banned from hosting parties on university grounds, much to the fraternity's outrage. Fueled by alcohol and a thirst for vengeance, the Wizarding Bros have responded with their greatest coup yet, stealing the Amulet of Winging. It is an ancient seal, a rare category of artifact bound long ago with destructive, uncontrolled magic and of the elements. The amulet is an elemental artifact of air, taking the form of the ultimate frisbee, capable of bestowing wings and other avian attributes upon the target. Quackalope approved. It was entrusted to the Steward University for study and protection. Losing it to a gang of drunken frat bros is more than a little embarrassing. Since the heist, the Wizarding Bros have teleported to a nearby dungeon to celebrate their unusual style. Formerly, the dungeon was ruled by a goblin boss, but with the power of the Amulet of Winging, the Wizarding Bros did not have to struggle to depose him. Now the goblin boss, former pets, and cronies answer to the Wizard Bros. Their only instructions are to eject from the dungeon anyone who infringes on the Wizard Bros' right to party. Did you hear who might be in the dungeon?
Wizard Bros.
And?
Didn't hear the other part.
Goblin boss, former pets, and cronies.
What?
They all answer to the Wizard Bros.
There's Wizard Bros.
The dungeon fighter, in this case, normally this would be plural, the dungeon fighter is hired by Starvard University, specifically by Dean Puddlesnap, who we've already talked about, to enter the dungeon, recover the Amulet of Winging, and return it to the university. The dungeon fighters are welcome to any loot they find inside the lair. If the dungeon fighter can return the Wizard Bros to campus for punishment, they'll be awarded a substantial bonus.
Okay.
So, after a long, tenuous journey through thicket and wood and forest to a very well-known dungeon of the Goblin Chieftain, and, of course, the tome of the now Wizarding Bros, you,
Princess
Toadette, are approaching the entrance to this famed dungeon. Would you like to introduce who you are and what your journey's been like so far?
I am Princess Toadette. As the first daughter of Prince Bert, I was raised in a royal palace of Frogwarts, prepared for a life of comfort, wealth, and the meatiest mosquitoes of all the ponds. They taught me manners, conversation, and how to ride snakes like a real gentle frog. But then I asked myself, where's the risk? Where's the adventure? A princess should not be living the most memorable of all lives. And a princess should be living the most memorable of all lives. And not just be laying around on lotus leaves.
She deserves to.
I fled the palace, started living as an outcast adventurer. I may be green, undateable, horrendous, frog woman, but bravery has no human body.
What else have you determined about yourself?
I'll be part of history someday. May it be for being the first amphibian to write a book. So, I am in the process of writing my own memoir. My adventures provide material for my autobiography, which I've determined will be a bestseller.
Reasonable, as it should be.
Yes, I'm a very refined aristocrat. I was raised in privilege and have the manners and discerning taste to prove it. Want to hear what's in my bag?
I would love to hear what you've come up with about yourself. Could you just describe yourself to the audience?
So I have some rogue competencies. I can frog leap, which I can jump over anything. It's an agility test. I can backstab, which is a dagger in the balls. And that's dexterity with a +2. I have good manners, which my voice puts people to sleep. Charisma +3. And I can go big or go home, which I intimidate with my croak. And then I have a dagger and a set of throwing darts. I can lockpick. And then in my bag, I have a bag of sauteed mosquitoes, fresh, of course. I have a pack of cards to do tricks, and I have my harmonica.
Reasonable. Okay.
And I'm wearing some light armor, of course.
So, entering the dungeon. You find yourself strolling down a dusty dirt road. You've traveled for near half a day so far, and the companionship along the way has been somber at best. You have one old rat man who had his tongue removed, it seems like when he was in his middle teens. Very sketchy individual with a giant warthog pulling the carriage. Conversation
I'm not riding my snake?
No. Conversation has been lacking. Your parents put the snake up for adoption when you joined your adventure to go write a novel. They've been less than
with my snake.
Supportive or enthusiastic. You escaped with your snake?
Yeah.
Well, then where's your snake now? Because you're not currently riding
I'm
it.
riding my snake.
You're currently riding your snake?
Yeah.
Well, then I was completely mistaken. What looked like a hog and a rat man from a far distance away actually appears to be a large, slithering snake.
The snake is very insulted that you mistook
Highly insulted.
body.
What a story we are telling. So, you're emerging from a forest trail and approaching the entrance to a dungeon. You've introduced yourself, and now I'd like to know, do you have any questions for your employers?
For my employers.
So let's flash back to sitting down with the dean, Mr. Puddlesnap, as he's hiring you for this adventure.
Mr. Puddlesnap, what will my...
Yes, dear lady.
What is my reward for capturing these pesky people?
Well, I've heard from your parents, who informed me on good authority
You're
that
not to believe anything they say.
well equipped for this mission. Should I not believe that?
Oh, you should believe everything they say.
Okay. Well equipped, for this mission. If you would just please recover the artifact of winging, without, of course, letting it known that it has disappeared, we would have your undying gratitude and anything you find along the way.
How am I supposed to put it in my book of adventures if I can't let anyone know what was missing?
Well, after it's returned to us, we don't care what tales you tell. If word were to get out that the artifact of winging was lost, not only would our reputation be soiled, but Also, adventurers ne'er far and low and high and mighty would come from, well, the woodworks, and I'd be scared to know what would happen to myself and, of course, those young gentlemen who have very endowed parents.
Well, me and my snake will keep it a secret.
If you would bring them back specifically for punishment, well, their rewards would be lucrative, to say the least. They have family that would like to see them return safely.
How many of them are there?
3 from last I knew, with, I believe, 2 pledging currently.
Okay. Do they have anything I should be wary of?
Well, they have an artifact called the Tome of Winging. Have you not been listening, young lady?
Besides that, do they know how to use it?
Enough. Get on with you. Can you do this or not?
Yes.
Very well. So with a resolute meeting and a little bit more information on what you're going to discover, you now approach a large stone ancient door. A dungeon full of rocks and crypts and twists and turns. There's stairways leading up to it, and outside you can see hewn all over it carved statues of varying types, and then spray paint slaughtered over the face of it, clearly from a group of drunken frat bros. There's a few broken bottles on the stairs, and 2 or 3 messy spray paint hands stuck on the front of it. As you approach the door, what do?
I open it.
Straight for it.
Yeah, I just opened the door.
Immediately, just going straight for the door.
It's
Okay, well, let's see here. If you'd like to immediately open the door, you're going to have to make a stealth check.
Okay.
Let's see if you can make it in unnoticed. So, you approach the door, you climb the giant banisters, matching up with the handprint, you swing the door open. It's already slightly ajar, so this won't be the most difficult check you've ever faced. You need to get a success of 3 or greater. Now, the way this will work is this is going to be a stealth check, which is an agility test.
Okay.
You already have
3,
and
so I just can't have it roll off the table.
you can't have it roll off the table. You can't have it roll off and not have a face up.
Okay.
Okay?
Do I have to throw it in any which way?
Well, yes. So, an agility test, and this is specifically going to be an agility test related to sneaking. You must lower yourself eye level with the table and toss it accordingly. You're currently hiding, my dear. Good, that'll work. A grand success as that, too. A 7. Not quite a perfect success, but a very, very reasonable one. You stroll confidently straight into the dungeon. Inside, you see a large, if I could have our pens work one of these days, Red, be with me. Where art thou, Red? There we are. Oh, almost. Haha. You stroll into the dungeon. Billowing out is a large grand entrance hall with what looks like a doorway into the back. You see torches, lighting, all 4 corners of the room, and undisturbed, because you did not spoil anything, you see a series of goblins, 3 to be exact, huddled around a small campfire and talking to themselves. Okay. The heavy door is not locked, but it is creaky. So you are sneaking in. There is a armored goblin that you can see, and there's one that looks very, very heroic.
Those are technically my enemies, so...
Are they?
I think they're home. You know what? I just walk up and I ask to join their fire.
Okay. Can you please enact exactly what you say and how you approach them?
Hello, gentle goblins. How are you doing
Within
today?
a moment, once they hear you, they first turn and stutter, all starting and dropping a sword. One of them, who looks very brave, actually lunges forward in your direction. The other kind of small, scrawny one seems to be re-swallowing whatever bile snuck up into his throat. Being reissued or reintroduced to someone does not seem to fare him well. And the other one's currently in the process of recovering the blade that he's dropped. You're being attacked. You're currently in combat.
There, settle down. Didn't mean you any harm. Would you like some mosquitoes?
Yeah, they're currently attacking you.
Oh.
They are lunging in your direction. By the way, if you'd like a good sense of what the goblins look like,
Oh, they're so cute.
there's some great flavor text about them too, by the way, which we won't dig into. The heroic goblin is going to go ahead and make a strength check at you. He has a +3 to their... He has a 3 on his attack, and he's going to gain a talent. As an action, make a difficulty 4 charisma test. Succeed increases the benefits of the mobbing up ability to +2 per helping goblin until the fight ends and heroic goblin is defeated. Goblins work together as a squadron.
I attack a heroic goblin.
You are not attacking. You're currently being attacked.
Okay.
So, this goblin has dropped his weapon. This one stumbled back a little bit, and this one is lunging in your direction. They have a rusty dagger. This is going to be a undertable skill to make a attack. Dex with +1 modifier. So, they're doing a dex attack of 2. What is your armor?
1.
And defense at the moment is 1. So, I need to figure out what a undertable attack is. So, undertable. Die must leave the player's hand below the table level. Okay. So, he's making a straight attack. Now, you can't put your hand above it, because then it's going to block it. Okay. Ooh. Didn't make it on, which is a miss. So, this goblin lunges in your direction, but you sidestep slightly. His dagger spins through your cloak, and now it is your turn to act.
I am going to throw my darts at all 3 of them at once.
Throw your darts at all 3 of them at once?
Yeah, they're throwing darts.
I am not sure you can make... I will allow you to throw your darts at one of them.
Okay. So, mine is...
If you get a grand success...
You can hit all of them.
It could hit all of them. So, right now, if you wanted to do a throw, you'd have a plus modifier of 1.
Okay.
You'd have a plus modifier from your dexterity of
Yep.
1, so that's a total of 2. You need a 10 or above to get a perfect hit. Now, you're going to be able to connect with them. As long as you throw it, you're going to be able to deal damage.
Okay. And it's far, so what does that entail?
You've got to take a step away.
Okay. And then throw it any which way I want?
Yep.
Do I get my finger to gain a +2?
It needs to bounce. What would give you your 2 finger?
It's a tinker dexterity tax. Is this a tinker?
This is not a tinker.
Okay.
This is a...
Oh, so that I don't need to do...
Nope.
No miss.
So, one dagger flings out of your hand, it's clinging against the back wall, kind of splintering off into the side. That did not seem to go well, and now the goblins have regained themselves, and they're growling in your direction. This time, the smaller one lunges over the fire in your direction, leaping across it, and is going to do a rusty dagger attack against you. This person does not have armor either, so only one has armor, one is special, and one is small. But they are going to utilize the power of the 2 people behind them. So this is going to be a strength check, plus the agility, because he's going to be doing a leaping attack, and he's going to get a +2 from the guys next to him. So this is going to be, with the agility... Let's see here. Can I see that sheet over there? Strength check is going to mean that he is trying to, let's say, smash you. So I need a bang. And agility, let's say, athletics. So I have to leap and smash the die on the table. If I hit, though, you're going to get a lot of damage. Ready?
Leap.
No, wrong direction. Okay. He leaps across, stumbles into your direction, pushing you back a bit, but not connecting or dealing any actual damage to you. You're now pinned in a corner, though, with one guarding you and the other two approaching very venomously.
I'm backstabbing them.
You're not currently behind their back.
It's a dagger to their balls.
You're currently engaged in combat.
So, dagger.
Okay, take a dagger attack.
Backwards?
However you, well, that's the, dagger's gonna be a backwards attack.
Which is this.
Uh-huh.
This isn't gonna go well.
No!
I try again?
You were gonna use one of your dice?
No.
Or you want to call that one a practice one, because you haven't done it
Practice one, I don't know.
You can have one practice.
Didn't know what... It was a 6!
That is a massive failure. That is a face off of the table. You thrust the dagger backwards, hoping to connect with something, and no, you don't at all. Instead, the small one actually catches your wrist, kicks your legs out from underneath you, and drops you down to the ground.
Okay.
Now, they're all going to be able to pounce on you. So, we're going to do another very simple rusty dagger attack. This is going to be a general melee with a modifier of +1 for the armored guy and +2 for the non-armored guy. And this is an attack that requires melee attack, dex with +1 modifier. And the dex attack is going to require... Where is it? Ba-da-da-da-da. What do we think it is? A smash attack? So I have to punch the table to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So. Okay. It's going to be a successful hit at 3 + 1, so 4. You have an armor of 1, so take 3 damage.
Okay.
And then the second strike.
Second?
Yep, because the special guy is also going to be attacking you.
Okay, down 20. He missed.
Is not. That is a miss.
Okay.
Alright.
Do I have just a straightforward?
Huh?
Do I have a straightforward? Or do I have to use my weapons?
You could just grapple with them.
Okay.
You could just do, so if you just wanted to grapple with them.
Yeah.
Where is it?
I'm not having much luck.
Willpower, lift, sneak, throw, tinker. Let me see.
Not having much luck with my weapons
Let me
today.
see your attack. So wrestle. This is going to have to bounce off your knee.
That's not gonna work. We try my darts again.
It doesn't have to bounce off your knee. It has to touch your knee in some form as you throw it.
Okay.
Trying your darts again?
No. We'll do this.
Okay. So grapple attack.
Touching me?
This is going to be so this is a strength check at the moment. You could try to do something agility-wise to get out of the situation.
Let's try this one more time.
Okay. You want to try again? Oh!
I did it!
That's a double success.
It is!
That means
They all die.
You are murdering someone.
Yes.
Could you please describe how exactly, from lying on your back being pummeled by swords, you murder the leader of their party?
So I whip out a weapon from my cloak that no one had known was there. I thrust upwards through his butthole, and it impales his brain.
Great. Sounds very messy. So
yeah, guts are spewing out all over. It's very, very smelly now.
with a generous butthole strike,
yeah,
guts pouring down over his legs and thighs, you see a surprised look spread across the leader's face, a concerned expression moments before. It takes seconds for this dagger to slide the whole way through his body.
Yeah.
So concerned
it's
for
more
a
of
while.
a sword. It's a long dagger.
Yes, and then you see from his lips just impaled the sword tip come out.
Because I gotta go through his brain, so it's a little higher up.
Through his nose, through his mouth, nose, and then up into his skull. You see the rinds of the sword peer down, and then you just return it back.
Yep.
And sloshing with it comes everything in the process. Just
So nasty.
The other two are terrified.
Yeah.
They both turn and start to flee back this way. Would you like to do anything?
Yeah. Throw my darts at them.
Okay, take a dart throw.
Oh no, they're in the back. I can backstab them.
You haven't snuck up on them.
Okay, fine.
You're gonna need to be much more sneaky than, hello, could I join your campfire?
I throw my darts.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Missed.
Ging, ging, ging. Darts strike against the wall, sparks fly in all directions, and they disappear down the hallway. You stand up, a little bloodied, a little worse for wear,
Yep.
but not, honestly, not too terribly bad.
I see that one of them has dropped their weapons.
Their weapons?
Yes.
What kind of weapons, specifically?
Another sword.
A sword is dropped.
Yeah, a sword.
Okay.
To add to my dagger and darts.
You've picked up a rusty sword.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Go ahead and write that down on your sheet. And that sword is specifically going to be using the smash ability. Because it's not really a very good sharp sword. It's more of a rusty, blunt tool.
No.
But it looks like a sword, certainly. The smash ability is going to require you to hold it,
Yeah, I know. I watched you do your smash.
bang your hand to smash. It's better than throwing it from behind your back, for the record. That's not too bad.
No.
That's not too bad.
That's pretty decent. Okay.
As you're looking around...
It's what type of skill is it?
Well, the smash ability is tied, I believe, to... let's see here.
Not smash.
Smash. I think it's just a regular attack.
It's a strength.
Yeah, I believe
So I
it's
don't
just a
have
strength.
any help with it.
No, you don't have any modifier, but, I mean, it's probably a little bit of a safer attack for you. As you're glancing around,
Yeah.
rifling through, you found the sword, and attached to the hilt of the sword that you just picked up is also a rolled and folded up little pad of paper.
Oh.
You found yourself
Map.
a dungeon map.
Okay. This is the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in here now, the entry hall. Where
You
all
are
they
in
were.
there now.
Okay.
Now, it might not be the most accurate or trustworthy of dungeon maps.
Who made this map?
For instance, there's a squabbled region where apparently no room actually exists.
Yeah.
But it
Looks
is...
like there's a cow,
Uh-huh.
a duck,
Mm-hmm.
a king,
Okay.
male or female bathrooms,
Yeah.
a wolf.
Ooh.
This looks very exciting. Okay.
Looks, I mean,
Yeah.
thrilling. Thrilling, if I do say
Okay,
so
I found a
myself.
map. I found a rusty sword.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna take a moment and roast a mosquito over the fire.
you're gonna roast a mosquito?
Yeah,
Okay.
they left their fire open.
Right.
So, roasting a mosquito over the fire.
You take a moment, you roast a mosquito. You feel wonderful. Delicious, honestly. You're probably right a little bit about your endeavors so far. Do you want to share with the audience? So this is all about writing a novel. Do you want to share what you've written so far? I mean, an author like you would, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Writing on the go.
Mhm.
So, I heroically enter the room, and I tried to bring on these goblins as my friends. I wanted some camaraderie through the journey.
Peace in the land.
Peace. But they denied my request. They attacked me. I was outraged. All I did was defend myself. And spew one of their guts. And now I shall journey forth,
Okay.
like the lady princess I am.
Wow, what a book this is turning out to be.
Yeah. Alright. I see a doorway here. I enter a doorway. At first, I take a sneak peek through the hall.
Okay.
I peer around the door.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone that direction.
That's not quite how that works.
Oh.
So,
I'm dictating my story.
would you please give me an awareness check? And specifically, your awareness
That mosquito is very good.
is going to be a perceive check. You must either hold the die in front of your eye, your nose, or your mouth, or your ear, depending on what you're trying to perceive.
Eye.
You're trying to see, smell, or hear.
I
Okay?
don't like this die
Okay?
because I see ducks. No, I didn't. I didn't see well.
You didn't see well.
There we go.
Ooh. I'm giving you one test run with each type of
Thank
new
you.
throw.
Thank you.
I think that's going to be standard practice.
Okay.
We'll see.
Awareness. I have a +1 modifier.
You peek around the corner. It's dim and dusty and very musty lit. When the goblins ran through, they stirred up quite a bit. But down what looks like a little bit of extended hallway, you think you see the very small, kind of weakling goblin, having not been brave enough to run into the darkness, cowering there, sort of huddled up against the corner of the room.
Which direction? Right or left?
So, coming in, he'd be over to the right, where...
There's a non-existent room.
You might have a good idea who drew the map. It seems like he went in that direction, very confident there was an exit there, and then got terrified when he realized he was lost and disoriented, because there's not.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak past him.
Okay.
I need to use the bathroom, the boy-girl room.
Okay. It's very easy to sneak past him, and as you round the corner, you notice down this large extended hallway, there's honestly not much going on. You have a few different doors. I mean, the map seems fairly accurate so far, and based off of where the doorways are, you can be very confident that there might be a restroom to the side. As you approach, though, could you please give me a nose perception check?
Oh, is it smelly in the restroom? That makes sense. That was my test run. Remember, each type of new one gets a test. There we go.
Okay. As you come down the hallway, you do sense a bit of a smell coming from the restroom, but it's nowhere near how smelly the end of the hallway is.
Which end of the
There's
hallway?
something
This?
all the way down. You can't quite see or perceive what it is.
Okay.
There's something putrid, kind of very earthy, coming
gonna pick the
spilling
lock.
out of that way. You're gonna pick the lock to the restroom.
Yes.
Okay, you approach the restroom. It doesn't seem too much like a complicated lock. Honestly, it's, a public bathroom in a dungeon, so it's rusted and worn with age. It seems like a big old brass kind of poking key used to be inserted in it. So give it your best shot. Check what you need to do. Double fingers, you're right.
To gain +2 on
Yep.
Tinker.
Okay.
Tinker anything specific? Is Tinker anything specific? I don't think so. Okay.
Okay. Okay. You're going to...
I have a 2. I have a dexterity. I have +1.
Yep.
And 2 fingers gives me +2 more. So 3. Is this a 2 or a 1?
That would be a 1.
So it's a 4. Okay.
I'm looking for what I'm looking for. There we are. Yeah, you're successfully able to pick the lock.
Okay.
You hear a clunk, a squelch, and as you step in, you seem to sense something pop out of the area.
Okay.
Just disappear.
Disappear.
Well, you're not quite sure, but you've been around magic and spells and
Okay.
teleportation before. You step in, and on the right side are the goblins' living quarters. You have a barracks containing bedding, a pantry, a food preparation space, and a bathroom.
Is there anyone in the room?
Is there anyone in the room? Currently, no. What you see around the room is going to be a lot of different piping and odds and ends. One very large old sink that doesn't look like it's been used for quite some time, if we're going to be honest about it. A toilet that's slightly overflowing with a little spurt of water kind of spraying out of one edge of the pipe, leaving a big old puddle across the bottom of the floor. You see some runes scrawled across the side in that same spray paint that you saw from the outside. You find that a little interesting. And it has a very, very rank smell now that you've stepped into the kind of main hallway of it. Honestly, in this space, you feel like you're almost suffocating, which is going to be an additional condition, I believe. You're going to add nose. So anything you do in this area is going to add the nose condition into it.
Okay, I'm gonna search and see if they left the amulet laying around.
Okay, you want to search for the winged amulet?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and do a perception check.
Isn't that one where I need to have it at my eye and nose?
So, I will let you do a 2-finger off the nose. Yep. Oh.
That was epic.
You peer around looking for the amulet, and you don't see anything. In fact, you're pretty sure the runes that were sprawled in spray paint are honestly just curse words and drawings of penises, now that you take a closer look at it.
Sense.
But you do still notice that there is a pipe spurting with water, a sink that looks hardly used, and the toilet slightly overflowing with muck and poo, which is interesting.
What can I do with my sink?
What could you do with the sink?
Yeah.
Well, you could always mess with the piping if you felt like it was necessary. It'd probably help wash away some of the stench in the area.
Okay.
Okay?
I tinker with the sink.
You'd like to tinker with the sink. So, if you would like to tinker with the sink, you're going to need to do... where is it? Where is the tinker? You're going to need to do a difficulty 4 tinker dexterity check. So, dexterity checks. Do I have them in my hand, or do you have them in front of you? Dexterity. Tinker is going to be here. You're going to have to flick it off the top of your hand, and it has to be next to your nose because you're still in this bathroom. Ooh! You twist and turn and squelch at the pipes. At one moment, you have a little bit of water spraying out, and it does.
Is that my test roll for the flicking?
No, it does seem to coat a little bit of the smell, but the other moment you tighten it, it seems, and it just returns back to normal.
All right, nothing else for me in this room. I leave. I walk back down the hallway and I pick this lock.
So that's not actually a place that is locked at the moment. You've stumbled into the barracks. You see beds and bedding and food preparation and a doorway to the side here that connects through to the restroom that you were just in. Inside, it looks like there's muffled old...
Is this all one big room?
It's not all one big room. But
What's this?
there is a little doorway here that connects. You don't have any insight on what that crown area might be.
Okay. What's in the barracks? Are there weapons?
Muffled beds. You could go searching if you wanted to try.
All right. It's not smelly here, though.
No, you actually escaped a lot of the smell. This room is fairly cordoned off. Cool. There's a curtain that hangs
I will search
between the bathroom and the barracks. You're going to take a search?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and figure out what perception check it would be. I think it's going to be your classic. It's not a tinker. Awareness, perceive. So you want to look with the eye, hear with the ear. What are you thinking?
Eye.
Oh. You start looking around, and you're telling yourself you're going to be as quiet as possible. But really, you're not. You're ruffling through feathers, you kind of lean over a bed a little bit, you're jumping and ribbiting now and then. You've gotten really confident with the situation.
Who comes?
So, as you're flitting and kind of floundering through things, turning beds and bedposts over, you hear one of the goblins from outside the doorway, who has come back to get a little bit of safety and comfort, screech. Hey! Stop that! That's my bed! You turn around to see the little goblin who had been hiding and cowering in the corner, now furious with you. He turns and runs back into the hallway, and you hear a door start to open.
I hide under the bed.
Okay, great. Could you please make a stealth check?
What's a stealth check?
Well, let's check your papers here. You're going to need to do dexterity. What is it? Sneak. Eyes down to the bottom. Agility, which is what you're good at.
Eyes down to the bottom of the table?
Yep.
And then just toss it on?
Sneak check. You've already done this throw again. You could use one of your special die if you'd like.
I used one of my special ones.
Ooh, beautiful.
There we
8
go.
is going to be your total success. So,
This
mark
is
off one of your special die.
This is down. 7. Okay.
You duck down under the bed, peering out of the door. You actually line yourself up perfectly so you can see into the hallway. You see the shape of the little dog goblin. You hear the creaking of door opening. And then you hear, like, kind of a turkey call. Like a gobble. Like a... And then, almost like a torch has been lit. There's like a burst of flame. And then a brighter burst of flame. And then you hear a screech. And then the little goblin with his tunic, is just waist kind of coat, comes sprinting through the doorway, pants on fire, just lit aflame, running through the curtain, which lights that up on fire as well, into the other bedroom. And you still hear that strange from the outside. But currently the curtain between the bathroom and the The bunkhouse is burning. There's, as you know, a goblin probably trying to dampen his burned, charred cloth, and a large glowing flame outside.
I'm gonna go check out the gobble, gobble, gobble.
Okay. You step up to the doorway, peer outside, and there, just kind of walking, strolling out of a door directly across from the room you're in currently, you're going to see a very shriveled, what looks like highly charred turkey, just strutting out.
Is that this turkey?
Yeah, that's just the open doorway. You're not sure why the goblin opened the doorway.
Okay.
You could try to perceive more if you wanted, or have some knowledge around kind of the culture and lore.
Does the turkey notice me yet?
Currently, because your sneak check, it was such a good sneak check, the turkey hasn't noticed you. No.
I go backstab the turkey?
You want to sneak up on the turkey?
Yeah.
Give it a try.
Dagger in the paws. Dexterity with a +2.
Okay, so this is going to be a dexterity check that requires you to throw backwards.
What? It's a backstab.
And backstab is going to, well, it's with your dagger, right? Mm. And your dexterity, this is going to give you a dexterity bonus. So you might, if you hit it, you'll do really well. But you need to throw it backwards, and you're going to need to do a sneak check at the same time. So your sneak, you're not quite ready. You're going to need to do it at eye level backwards.
Oh, almost.
You round the corner, begin sneaking up and approaching the turkey, slowly and surely, very excited. When suddenly, the moment you reach forward to start stabbing it in the balls, like you're proficient at doing, its tail bursts into flames. You've discovered yourself a phoenix.
Oh.
You're currently
on fire?
On fire.
Pat myself down.
Okay, you spend an entire action patting yourself down. The turkey is now engaged with you in mortal combat.
Okay.
You're both here in the hallway. Remember, there's probably a goblin somewhere patting himself down just like you. And the turkey is going to go ahead and do a melee attack against you with its turkey beak. Strength with a +1 modifier, +1 for the attack total. This is going to be a head, which means, if I am correct, yes, I need to balance or throw it off of my head for this attack. So, flames start bursting out in every direction. You're patting yourself.
Butt, the flames, and that's its head.
It's a phoenix. Flames start growing everywhere. The whole hallway is currently on flame. You're not burning yet, but within a turn, within a turn, you'll be back on fire.
I'm just gonna do my regular parry.
Okay.
That one is just a regular throw.
You do your daggers?
No, the regular one. Remember?
Oh, your sword.
Yes.
Okay, no modifier from strength, but you have your rusty sword.
Smash. Consider that on?
No, you strike out at the turkey again.
There! I smashed it!
You strike out the turkey, hitting it across the chest, dealing 1 damage to this fiery beast, but it doesn't seem like it's really wounded it, and it has lit your sleeve on fire.
Okay.
You're going to take 4 damage.
4?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. The phoenix, let's see here. Where
Even
are
the goblins didn't do that much damage to me.
No, they didn't. The phoenix is going to panic.
Okay.
And it is going to start running for the exit.
Okay.
So, burst of flame, hallway starts lighting up, the door to the phoenix coop lights up, the door to the bunkhouse lights up, and the phoenix starts running down the hallway away from you.
Where's the exit? I'm watching it leave.
The exit's this way.
I'm watching it leave.
Okay.
Have it leave.
You take 4 more damage.
Why?
You just stood there and watched it leave.
Yeah.
You're burning.
No, I gotta
You're
set
currently on fire.
My sleeve's still on fire?
No, everything in the room you're currently in is on fire. You take 4 more damage. You're the one that stood there and watched it leave.
Okay. I run into the bathroom, and with that leaky faucet, I douse myself in water.
You're going to run to the bathroom where you know there's a goblin.
Yeah.
He honestly...
I stand better chances with him.
Doesn't mind that you just ran in.
Yeah.
He, at this point, has had a really bad day and could care less.
Okay.
So you run to the faucet. He's actually loosened the faucet quite a bit.
Yeah.
So you run up there, you douse yourself, make a very simple, you need a success of 2 on, let's see, a success of 2 on a, where's our pad of paper? Let's give you a tinker check. Success of 2, flicking it off the top of your hand.
Those don't work.
But, perfect.
Okay.
Twist it open, knob, you get a much bigger gush of water coming out. You douse yourself, you don't take any more damage, you're not on fire. You actually, because he was struggling quite a bit,
help him.
Help the little goblin a lot. His groin and stomach area are really burned. What do you say?
Hi, Mr. Goblin. I see that you're having some trouble in this dungeon. Would you like to be my partner in crime and we journey together?
Terrible, no good, nothing, no good day, terrible, bad day, it's been, I tell you, bad day.
I hear it's been a bad day. Would you like to be my partner?
Very bad day. Partners don't know much about partners. Honestly, want to please the god, but I want to toil. I want to work. I want to.
I give you jobs to do.
Jobs to do?
Yeah. You be my little messenger, because they don't know that I've turned you traitor.
I'm not traitor. I'm not a traitor. Not me. Not me. Little burned elf. No, not me.
Goblin?
Weakly, to be fair. My name's Elf.
Your name's Elf?
I'm so tiny they call me that.
Okay. I think you can be a hero.
No.
Hero!
No.
You can be courageous, adventurous. I need you to go into this room down here with the horns and tell me what's in there. And come back.
You have no idea what we goblins are. I'm not a hero.
Yeah, you are.
No.
I boost you up. Would you like a mosquito?
Terrified, honestly. Terrified of the big bad wizards. They came in. They transformed him.
Where are the big bad wizards?
They transformed him. Somewhere in here. I think the high chambers. I'm not sure.
Who did they transform?
Our boss.
Your boss?
The
goblin boss?
Big Joe.
Joe?
The head of a turkey.
Joe was the phoenix?
No. The bird was just a pet. These monsters. They took him from us. I had a very nice life.
Where is he located?
He's guarding the dungeon for them.
Where?
He bursts out into wailing, just cannot contain himself anymore. Just
So
crying.
Okay, I'm using my good manners and the voice puts you to sleep.
Okay, what do you say?
Rock-a-bye Elfie on the treetop. Do I need to do the check?
No. He passes out.
Does it use up one of my good manners?
Check your box.
Okay.
As you use your good manners to gently put this poor little elf who's had a very, very hard day, or goblin named elf, the dungeon is now eerily silent.
Fantastic.
Except for the sound of burning hallway and the door crumbling outside, because there's still a raging fire where the phoenix ran out of the
I tinker with the pipes.
Okay.
And it's gonna set loose water across the entire dungeon.
You've already loosened the pipes quite a lot, so this will be a pretty easy tinker check.
Okay.
As long as you get a pass of 2, and you have a really, really good agility, right?
Tinker one?
Tinker is going to be off the top of your hand, and it's a, it's not an agility. It is going to be a dexterity check. So, you have a +1. All you need to do is get it on the board.
My hand?
Yep. Awesome. You twist open, break a pipe, a spurt of water turns into a gush of water, turns into an ocean of water.
Fire's out.
The fire, you see the lights dim, everything settles back into darkness, and the smell dissipates a lot.
Yeah, fire does that to stinky smells.
Yeah.
Alright, we go exploring.
Okay.
What's in this room?
Well, let's see here.
There's a window in the door.
Hmm?
There's a window in this doorway.
There's a window in that doorway?
Yeah.
I mean, you could try to peer through a crack in the wooden doorway to see what you might be able to perceive.
Okay, I peer.
Okay.
Ugh, I miss.
You peer through, you see a large kind of obscuring object. There is a faint light coming through. It's like a soft blue haze. But there's definitely something blocking the way.
Let's go in.
Okay. So, you're going
Is
to...
it unlocked or locked?
It's unlocked.
Okay.
Okay.
What is it there?
You're just opening the door?
Yeah.
Alright. Between the chicken coop and the kennel is the cow barn. The largest part of the dungeon's menagerie.
Wait, what did you say between the chicken coop and the... The chicken coop... What, read that again.
Cow barn. A frustrated...
No.
A
Between the chicken coop and the...
A frustrated Manitar is imprisoned. This is half man, half cow. And based off lore and history that you're fully aware of, it does happen when a man inseminates a cow.
Okay.
Okay. This beast... That giant object you see is a behemoth of a cow, thrashing and dashing and pushing and pulling and now pummeling his way.
He's...
Straight at the door.
No, he's enslaved. He's encaptured. He's chained to the wall.
He's not.
Yes, he is.
He's not. He's currently pummeling himself.
Okay, I
directly
close the door quickly.
Okay, you close. Let's see how quickly you could close the door. Let's check that. Let's give you an agility check, and let's do reflexes. You have to bounce it off the table at least twice. You think fast. You slam the door shut as a giant barreling Manitor breaks through the wooden door. He actually crashes with his horns thoroughly onto the door. It breaks off the hinges, and you're currently riding on top of the door. Go ahead and make another dexterity check. This time it's going to be a hard check. You need a success of 6 or better, so you might want to try to figure out how to use some of your skills to help this out.
I don't have any dexterities. Backstab? Tinker?
You got a lot of things with you, though.
Harmonica? What can my harmonica do? It can soothe the Manitor. Yeah? I'll keep singing.
Uh-huh. So I'm going to need an agility check, which is a double bounce, and a arcana check, which is a 2-finger throw.
2-finger double bounce?
2-finger double bounce.
Okay. It bounced.
The Manitor doesn't have time to hear the music. In fact, you barely have time to play the music. Smashes you up against the back wall. You slam your head against the bricks in the back. You take 2 points of damage.
Alright. Now what's happening?
Okay. Well, you're currently riding on top of a door with a Manitor that just successfully slammed your head against the wall. What would you like to do?
I would like to slam my sword down through the door, through its head, impale him with my...
Do a smash check. Which is going to be... Yeah.
Nope. I miss.
You could reuse your die. You still have 7 of those left.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that again. Okay. That was better.
So let's check the Manitors.
I'll keep serenading
By the way,
Manitor.
this is what your Manitor looks like.
He looks very wimpy.
You smash a sword down through the door. No. You smash the sword down.
I'm using cooing a company.
It smashes through the door and deals a total of
What's its health?
just a little bit of damage to it.
What is its health?
Okay. The Minotaur is going to continue running down the hallway. After it smashes into the wall, begins running this way. I'm going to do a agility check to see just how far it's going to make it down the hallway and if it's going to run you into the next wall. So, let's see. We're going to do a athletics check, which means I have to jump and throw at the same time.
Okay.
I didn't do that, and I'm going to go collect the dice while that happens.
You fail.
While I go collect these dice, could I please have you go ahead and give yourself 2 more damage?
Why?
You're smashing into the back hallway wall, and this time you see the poke of horns impale through the door
Can I eat a mosquito and get some strength?
as you
health
hit
back?
this. You're currently, if that's how you want to use your entire action,
I jump off of him.
okay, so
I feel like I'm missing another die.
we'll do a dexterity
Did you
check
miss a die? I had 6.
of balance. This throw must be under your leg.
Okay.
It has to bounce once before it lands on the table. You know these rules.
What do you mean bounce once? There's papers there. It's
Well,
not bouncing
move
on
them.
papers.
That's your fault.
There.
I think that's a very convenient
You
throw.
said under my leg. You did not say leg cannot be on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And it rolled and bounced it.
Okay, you successfully leapt off of
The door.
the door. You're no longer being carried or smashed.
Is his back to me?
Probably would be. Yeah, probably would be.
Okay. Do I get another action?
I think so.
Okay. Backstab. Dagger and balls. Dexterity +2.
Try it.
Which one is that?
Well, your dexterity check
Is
going to be a +1, and this is going to be a sleight of hand. So throw backwards.
no. No.
Well, that's what it is. What do we have listed for it?
Dexterity.
Yeah.
I'd rather throw.
Okay, I'll give you a throw far then. That's not far.
I am very far. My feet are far.
Conveniently.
You didn't say anything.
Oh, I hear.
I miss.
So that gives you a +2. That's going to be a gentle miss. You start stabbing towards the legs and groin area of the Minotaur. He doesn't notice because he's already sprinting down the hall. This time, however, he is running into the area that you know is a dead end.
Except it's not a dead end. What's it going to be?
Nothing. He slams into the back end.
Oh, cool.
He's going to take a little bit of self-damage,
Okay. Still's got 22.
and this time he turns towards you. You can see blazed in his eyes, like a delusional, very angry bull.
I'm gonna throw my darts at him.
Okay.
Okay.
You throw the darts in his direction. They pierce into the side of him, doing no damage at all, but seeming to infuriate him.
Mm-hmm.
He comes charging back in your direction. I would like you to make a dexterity check at the same time that I make a smash check. Dexterity is going to be off of the top of your agility. Is going to be a double bounce.
Okay.
And I'm making a smash. You could re-roll it if you'd like.
They don't bounce.
Well, they do now.
No. Okay.
They do now. He comes barreling through, right at you, +6 attack total.
This one bounces better. I need to use this one.
That's why I have this one.
Okay.
I told you I brought that one for bouncing.
Okay.
Did I not?
Yes.
I did. You're going to take 6 damage.
Okay. Now where is he?
With a very loud, he rushes at you. Now, if you want to do a little bit of perception, you might pick up, based off your knowledge of Manitors, that they don't like enclosed, trapped areas. They always are trying to find a way to like greener pastures. And he might not be attacking you. He might just be trying to escape.
Okay, I show him
Just
the door.
so you know. Well, that's your call. I mean, you can try.
I point him towards the door.
How?
With my pack of cards. I do a trick.
What trick?
It stupefies him.
Okay.
And he's just standing there.
So he smashes into you.
He has already smashed into me. I took the damage.
You then go like, and
Hold on. Watch.
just pull out a pack of cards.
Yeah. Trick.
Mm-hmm.
He's just standing there.
He's still waiting for the trick.
That was the trick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah. You try doing it.
Would you like... He is very impressed with the trick. Shockingly impressed. You have a moment of calm, a moment of silence. He's very confused as to why you pulled out a pack of cards. What do you say?
Hey, Mr. Minotaur.
You and you're talking.
You are just looking for pasture. I understand. It's very confusing in this dungeon. Can I show you the exit, please?
His eyes go cross-eyed. He's huffing from his nose.
I run towards the exit, and he follows me. I dash into the corner in here, and he sees the door and runs out.
Please make... Let's have you do an athletics check. You must jump and throw.
Oh, okay. Come here, duck dice. I jumped, I threw.
You did jump and throw. You dash underneath him between his legs, skirt your way across the door. He thinks he's been bamboozled and tricks, swings back around, goes smashing through the same exit as you, sees the light at the end of the tunnel, and barrels his way out of the front of the dungeon, which is currently charred and on fire. Mm-hmm. And he extinguishes the last bits of the remnants of the doorway.
Now I'm in the corner. Sneak around back.
Okay.
I go through this doorway.
Okay. Da, 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 da. You're going to need to make a tinker check because that corridor is not currently open to you. You come to a very small, it's very dim and dark, and there's no evidence of candles or light in this area. It's a very, very, seems like, easily identifiable, well-lit, an open secret cave. And even when you walked in, you kind of glanced to the side and you said, that's a secret tunnel.
Yep.
And you decided to go down the classic pathway.
Yep.
Because why would they make a secret tunnel so obvious as this? The door's already been open for you, and you're able to very easily and effectively sneak through.
Okay. It's very well lit. What's at the end of this tunnel?
Okay. There is a drunk freshman wizard wearing only a nappy, currently measuring the length of the security corridor in matchsticks.
Okay. I attack him. He doesn't notice me. So it's a dagger in the balls, a dexterity, +2.
Okay, make a dexterity check.
That one is the...
Mm-hmm.
Which one? This?
No, your dexterity check is going to be eye level. You're sneaking. Well, it actually might be 2. You're sneaking and you're doing an actual attack as well, right? Mm-hmm. So eye level, and you should be doing a... what do I think works? Let's do eye level, and then let's have you do a willpower alongside that. You have to spin the dice as you throw it.
It's the first time I've done this one.
Mm-hmm. That's the second time you've done this one.
Reroll.
Third time you've done this one.
Okay. My reroll failed.
Okay. You sneak up effectively on him. You're bending down as he's like laying matchstick after matchstick to stab him in the balls, and right beforehand you just hear a soft little whimper coming from him. Oh, Mama told me I never should have tried to join the frat. 37, 38. I don't know why I ever did. 39, 40, 41. It's been a terrible week.
Would you like some music?
He startles at you and jumps backwards. He's like very soft underbelly, just completely exposed. Very, very vulnerable. And he's now just looking at you and cowering in his nappy. Matchsticks are all askew, by the way. He kind of looks down to the ground. He's like, oh, damn it, you! He has to restart the count.
Mm-hmm. You were up to 37. Can you tell me where the amulet is?
Well, hello. My name's Sprague.
Sprague?
Nice to meet you, Sprague.
Sprague? Are you one of the initiates?
It's been a long week. It's been a long, long week, I'm gonna be honest. Don't know anything about an amulet. Wouldn't know anything if you asked me, honestly. I couldn't
Where's
even put it on
Tome, Leader, and Toenail?
Don't know any of those names. No, ma'am. Never heard of them. Not once. Definitely not
Gonna
once
start
heard of
picking
them.
off your toenails if you don't tell me where Tome, Leader, and Toenail are.
I thought they were making all the noise in the hallway.
No.
Honestly.
No.
No?
Where are they?
That must have been you.
Okay, we pick off a toenail.
Okay, please make we've resorted to basic torture. Please make I'm going to have you do a craft check. You must hold it with both your pinkies as you throw it.
Okay.
You successfully grab his large toe and begin peeling off his middle toenail.
Where are Tome, Leader, and Toenail?
Stop, please! Stop!
Tell me where they are.
It hurts so bad!
Tell me where they are.
There's a big door. I don't know why you didn't go through it. It's very obvious.
Okay, thank you. Go continue doing your matchsticks. I leave him in peace. I journey back through all these open doors and sneak into there.
As you approach the doorway,
It's very central. I know it is.
you still have that, but the water's actually washed away.
Okay.
A lot of the stench. But as you get closer, you do hear and notice something that you haven't actually paid attention to before. There's a soft kind of moaning mutt sound. Like,
That's from the wolf. I know there's a wolf in there. I'm ignoring him.
you turn the side, you look down, and you see down, locked up in a cage, is a little hot dog.
Oh. Poor doggy. I set him free.
Please give me a tinker check, which I believe is going to be off the top of your hand.
I thought that was the pinky.
Tinker, top of the hand.
Top of the hand.
No, craft is pinky. You successfully kind of nuzzle and twist and turn and break open the lock, and the little hot dog comes plodding out. Chain attached to his neck has been broken some time ago, still kind of rough and worn. He stops for a second, starts scratching his head, and then you hear a burbling sound coming from the glowing belly that he has.
He swallowed the amulet. I see it glowing inside.
Okay.
I have to murder the poor hot dog
Mm-hmm.
to get the amulet out of its belly.
Okay.
That's why they've kept him chained up for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We do a rusty sword smash.
Okay. Do it.
Succeed.
You,
Kill him.
cut through the hot dog's belly,
Yeah. And I
spilling
see my...
out not a single amulet.
Yeah, there was an amulet there.
But hot dogs are very well known for one thing in particular. Specifically the thing that you happen to have rinsed away from all of the hallways.
Stench?
Excrement, specifically.
Okay.
And more specifically, flaming excrement.
Okay.
From his gut comes a burst of bile and sinew and the same stuff that you kind of poured out of the goblin. Except this stuff is oily and viscous and currently on fire.
Cool. Is it on me yet?
Please take 4 damage.
It's on me. Okay. I'm gonna be dead soon.
But the dog's dead.
Is it still on me?
Oh yeah, you're on fire.
Okay. I run into the bathroom and go underneath the shower that I created before.
You're able to do that perfectly fine.
I'm off fire.
There's still a very uncomfortable, now completely passed out and snoring small goblin there.
Cool. I'm gonna take a break and
Okay.
eat a mosquito. 2 mosquitoes. Each one's gonna give me 5 strength back.
In health?
Mm-hmm.
They do. It's a really good break. And you've, as far as you can tell, explored every nook and cranny except for the obvious big doors at the end of the hallway.
How much strength do I get back?
You get exactly what you said. You get 10
5
whole
each?
health. Yeah, 5 each.
I think I need a couple more.
You pop the rest of it into your mouth, and for some reason they don't seem to heal the burns the way you would have anticipated.
2 more. 2 more.
Do
not gonna
absolutely nothing for you.
No, I'm not gonna be restored to full health.
You're going to do a resist check paired with pair it with a perform check.
Okay.
You must throw the dice, balanced as an X between your arms, while jumping. If you do that, they will heal double what I've already given you. You must jump. Did you forget that?
Getting it situated.
It has to bounce before it lands on the board.
Ha! 25 health now. Much better.
Seems gratuitous.
You said if it makes it.
I don't know about the audience. Seems gratuitous.
Alright, now I'm very freshly revived. I'm gonna go check out this door down here.
Please make an agility check to step around the poop.
Alright, what's the agility check?
Agility is going to be a balance check under the leg.
We got these under the leg ones.
You dodge right around the poop very successfully, and you come up to a large, somber door.
Okay.
Now,
I lockpick the door
let me see exactly
with my
how
2 fingers.
you're supposed to get into this door. What is it? Where is it? I didn't expect you to make it this far, so I prepped the last part.
What?
Oh yes, I thought you'd die early on.
I have my magical mosquitoes.
Money was on a quick death.
While you do that, I'm gonna take some notes for my story.
Ooh, what are you gonna write in your story?
I'm gonna just chronicle what happened. So, in the entry hall, I defeated a goblin. Met elf. And he ran away. In the hallway, elf cowers. Then I checked out the bathroom where I tinkered with the pipes and created a shower. Are you ready to tell me what I'm encountering?
I know what you've encountered. What I was checking for is if you've recovered any of the things you needed to overcome it.
What did I need to overcome it?
Well, You find before you a large door. As you approach it, you can sense some sort of sparking purple arcane magicry around it, and a large keyhole in the very front.
Ooh, I run back to Sleeping Elf, and he's got the key around his neck.
You run back to Sleeping Elf. You can certainly shake him awake if you would like.
No, I'm not waking him up. I'm searching his body while he sleeps. He's still in his slumber.
He is very easy to search. He does not have a key on him.
I go search the Phoenix room. The Phoenix is not there anymore. Anything in the Phoenix room?
Please give me a perception check. Yes.
Don't see it yet. Try it again.
So, this perception check had to do with the past. And one of the things you now seem to recall that you've seen the lock that you didn't notice when, well, life was happening, is that a very, very big Manitor happened to have something dangling around his neck.
Manitor went away, though.
Manitor did run out of the dungeon. And the key you were looking for
Is around his neck.
may or may not currently be around the escaped Manitor's neck. Give me another perception check, this time hearing one.
Reroll?
I was just about to do something bad to you. It's more off than it's on.
Reroll?
Another one?
I don't want bad. There we go.
You hear coming from the bathroom
Okay.
where you just were.
I go look. What do I see?
You see one of what looks like the frat bros currently standing over the urinal with the glowing sigils that were around.
The penis signs?
They look less like penis signs, more like runes now.
Okay.
Still glowing a bright, vibrant purple from what you can only infer is a teleportation spell. He's currently taking a piss.
He teleported from that room through the toilets to take a piss. Alright. I go and torture him. Toenail. And find out the answer, how to get through that.
You're taking a toenail before a ball stab?
I'll try a ball stab. Try a ball stab.
Would you like to be introduced to the young gentleman you see before you?
Sure.
You're currently standing, if I can get my pages in order here, face to face. Where art thou? There's more of them. Somewhere. Not you. Oh. You're currently standing face to face with a young man named Sprague.
I already met Sprague.
You haven't met Bat Sprague.
Sprague was in the hallway laying matches.
No.
Yeah, his name was Sprague.
Was it?
Yes.
Well, then you didn't meet Sprague. You're currently standing face to face with a young gentleman that you
See?
recognize
Toenail.
as the name of Toenail.
Cool. Hi, Toenail.
Are you going to try ball stab?
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
try
right.
ball stab.
What did we determine was the ball stab ability?
It's a dexterity.
Okay.
You
Go ahead
make
and
it
do
up
it.
every time.
I don't make it up every time.
Yeah, you do. You change it every time.
I don't change it every time.
It's a dexterity.
Dexterity, what? Sleight of hand? So behind the back. I think that's what we've done multiple times. Just because you don't like behind the back doesn't mean I make it up every time. It didn't bounce before it went on. I'll give you that.
It bounced.
And it's a 6.
It is a 6.
4. Wow.
I ball stabbed him.
And what's the bonus on
Plus
it?
2.
2? You stab the heck out of Toenail's balls. Now, he's currently taking a piss, which means you sever between the ball sack and the piss starts coming down from below.
Okay.
It's very uncomfortable. It might, in fact, be the worst day of his life, and his parents are going to be really upset when he comes home.
Fantastic.
But he's never having children.
No.
So there's a positive side to all of this.
Yeah, he can't propagate his lineage.
Toenail's going to be caught completely off guard. He's going to turn around.
And I get to ball stab him again.
You're going for it a second time?
Yeah.
Try it a second time.
That went well. Another ball stab!
And another
6.
6, it looks like. He turns around, and this time, instead of severing from behind, you sever from the front, just completely shafting
Those
the
balls
entire
are just,
project.
like, wiggling there.
I mean, you know how they're attached by tentacles?
Yeah.
They're just out of the sack now. They're just hanging, right?
Yep. I grab them now.
This is no longer a fight. This is just an interrogation. What are you saying?
I grab the balls. Where is the amulet?
Who the fuck are you?
I'm gonna keep pulling. Where's the amulet?
I don't have it.
How do I get through the ruins?
You just say I'm done peeing.
Thank you. And he lays down.
Oh.
I utter the words, I'm done peeing.
You feel a magic essence start encapsulating your body, and
Where do I appear?
you find yourself in a large room, very grandiose, as if a goblin war chieftain used to live here, who had been turned into a man-cow and ushered out at the front of the gate. Not that you have that information. Oh, by the way. I think it's very funny. Nothing. All the items you could have found, you never came across because you left so quickly. You got the information you needed. I was excited for you to find some things, and then I was like, why didn't we come across this? And then oh yeah, she tortured someone and then left immediately.
Because I tried searching so many times I could never find anything.
Yes, that's true.
I have looked.
That is true.
Each room I look in.
Except the one that had stuff.
Which room was that?
Inside the Great Hall, the dubious majesty of the Goblin Boss throne room is farther decorated, disordered by snack bowls, empty bottles, and other detritus. A disgruntled magpie with the head of a goblin boss roots on the rafters. The wizard bros, Tome and Lear, Toenail we've already disposed of, are partying hard, so entranced by their testosterone-fueled delinquency that they haven't even noticed the dungeon is under attack. Once the dungeon fighters cross the threshold, however, the spell is broken. They rise from their sofa and respond in force.
Alright.
You step
Can't sneak up on them, apparently.
You step into the Great Hall. Well, you teleport into the Great Hall.
Can I backstab them?
I would say no. How many ball stabs have you used, by the way?
You didn't give me a limit.
No, I didn't give you a limit. You haven't used your leap at all.
No.
Very impressive.
I do see the amulet hanging. They think it's so... No one's going to get past it.
Uh-huh.
I see it behind them.
No, you don't.
No?
You see it, what you thought was behind them, it's actually currently clutched in their hands.
Oh, they're holding the amulet?
They're currently holding the amulet.
Alright.
Here's Tome.
I'm going big or going home.
And here's Lear.
I'm going big and
Okay.
going home. It's 100% success.
Explain your ability.
I croak, and it intimidates them.
You do what?
I croak.
What?
Rabbit!
Very loud. For an intimidation?
Yep.
What would you like to happen?
I would like them to be paralyzed with fear and drop everything in their hands.
Okay. Paralyzed with fear or partially drunk, you see them both stumble back away. The amulet drops out of their hand. A sword drops out of the other hand. And for a wee moment.
I sprint forward and I grab both.
Okay. You're going to need... It's going to be a 6+
Okay?
to get this. And you're going to need to do a reflexes and athletics agility check. Now, agility is your strength.
I already have 3.
So you already have 3. You're going to need to jump and get a double bounce, though.
Okay.
Not a double bounce, and it landed off. Would you like to re-roll it?
Yes.
That was so close.
Last reroll.
Oh!
Oh!
And it's a massive failure now.
Yeah.
You, taking the one moment you had, your infinite croak, jump forward and rush. Instead of actually grabbing the amulet, though, you smash your head into it and feel something weird happen to your body.
I get my wings.
An uncomfortable, kind of twisted transformation. And as you step back up, you feel two very little peckers of wings fluttering behind you.
Fantastic.
Trying their best to have any impact at all.
They're not.
And they don't. And Tome turns, now completely devoid of fear. Like, the moment you had them terrified, he is laughing his ass off.
Okay.
At you, a frog, in a beautiful pink gown. Just fluttering chicken wings out of your back. He turns over to Lear and says, "Get a load of this, Croak!" Picks up the amulet and taps himself on the chest. Two beautiful dove wings sprout out from behind him, and he floats up into the air. What are you doing?
I am going to dance. I'm wearing my princess gown, and I'm going to do a pirouette and amaze them with my skills.
Sounds incredible. With the beautiful little chicken wings as well attached.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Pirouette?
I'm not sure what that is attached to.
I mean, I think it's charisma.
You think it's charisma? You're not very good at charisma. What are you trying to... You're trying to perform. Okay. Player must spin on their feet, turning around 360, so they end up facing the target, immediately releasing the die.
Okay.
So you're literally going to do a pirouette.
Yeah.
Pirouette.
Okay.
Yeah, too much momentum.
It's a 4. It wasn't an epic fail. I go
Too much momentum. You spin on your feet, flapping your chicken wings behind you as, you know, Tome soars above you, and Lear successfully picks back up his sword and dagger. So Tome is going to go ahead and, from flying above you, use his magic wand to cast a spell attack on you. Dice, I have to do a spin as well.
Oh, go for it. It's very fun.
And a intelligence modifier. Arcana. So I have to do a two-finger... okay. Two-finger...
Spin.
Okay, so he's pirouetting. Now, it is going to be a lot of damage if he gets it, though.
Okay.
So.
Spin.
Woo! No.
I go check if it's a 6.
Not at all. Completely bungled.
Oh, it's a 3.
It's a
Darn.
3. Okay, so Tome is going to like spin in the sky, not quite used to his wings. He does a spell attack at you, but it dashes across the rock, and then he's going to throw the amulet over to Lear.
Okay.
Lear?
What's Lear gonna do?
He grabs it, catches it. You see it soar through the air, kind of like right across your face, honestly. Lear grabs it and catches it, and then he's going to take a strike against you with his dagger. This is going to be a backwards throw, +1 modifier to the attack roll. So, I haven't done one of these yet.
I know. You can have practice.
Ooh, I get one more. Thank you for giving me practice. Okay, he strikes out in your direction. He stumbles closer to you. Your chicken wings actually like flutter you backwards this time, which is saving grace. You didn't expect it from them. And now it's your action.
Rusty sword. Smash.
Okay, straight smash against Lear. Okay. It's not a 6.
Not a 6, but
it's a 5.
It's a 5.
5. You do straight 5 damage, smashing into like the kind of drunken skull. Now, it's not a sword. It's a rusty sword. It's like a pipe, basically.
Yep.
So you see it dent the skull without breaking any skin.
Okay.
But it does seem like it did a decent amount of damage to him. Tome is going to be very frustrated by that. He casts another magic spell. This time he's not pirouetting, though. So this is just going to require me to spin the die. Ooh, double coming in. 2 damage. Smashing
have a
against you.
defense of one.
One damage.
I got this.
A blue glowing flame just like crests off your chest. And then Lear is going to activate the
amulet.
tome. He's gonna just he's a very dull boy, so he's gonna just like smash it to see what happens.
Nothing happens.
Smashes against his waist. Both his legs turn into two little chicken stalks. And he's now like on two chicken feet, fluttering about. Then he's going to use a magic spell against you, which is going to be another dice spin.
How does he get to do
He always gets to use the tome, and then he gets to do an action against you.
Okay.
That was just practice. This is very hard. Very hard. And then you see the tome once again fly through the sky, basically right in front of your face.
I grab it.
Oh, you want to try to catch it?
Yeah.
Okay, you can try to catch it. This, however, is going to be a agility test, reflexes, difficulty of 4. Reflexes
The bounces.
are going to be the double bounces. You need a success of 4. You got really good agility, though.
Yeah.
Success of 1 is going to give it to you. Double bounce. No
That was practice?
rerolls. No rerolls. You've double bounced so many times.
I know.
It flashes in front of your eyes. You reach out to grab it. You brush your hand against it, spinning it off, but still...
It strengthens my wings, though. That little contact that I had with it, my wings... Yeah. I have raven wings now. I don't have chicken wings. Mm-hmm. They fly now.
I hear what you're saying. Sadly, that's not what happens. You feel them burst into raven wings for a second. Giant, big, black, beautiful things. And then they sink back in, and suddenly... No wings, but your head has a very appropriate gobble to it. You have a turkey head.
Okay.
You're currently blind.
Was that my action, trying to grab it?
It was, no, you can still take an action, but you have the blind effect attached to you.
Blind?
You must close your eyes on any of the throws you do.
Oh boy.
You're a turkey head.
Okay, I smash with this rusty sword.
Same area.
Yep.
Okay, turkey. Ah! Okay. Smash back into the skull of Lear. Successful hit. This time Tome is going to tap his back. He drops down onto the ground, tosses the amulet back, basically right in front of your face. This time, though, you can't see anything. Mm-hmm. Over to Lear, and then he's going to use a dagger attack against you to make a melee dex. This is going to be backwards. So, a dex attack against you.
I've already tried these. That's off.
That is
off.
That is mostly on.
That is off.
Mostly on.
I'm looking through. Only the head of the duck is on. Off. If it's tilted off, it's off. This would be mostly on. You see the difference?
Oh, you're a scoundrel.
It was leaning off.
Okay, he strikes at you. There's going to be a dagger attack coming from Lear as well. It is also a miss. This is very hard. And then Lear is going to go ahead and do a portal jump. He's going to disappear, and you're not sure where he is anymore.
Okay. Let me take down Tome. I throw my darts.
Throwing?
Yep.
Okay, he's on the ground again. You know that.
Oh, I dagger him.
Your call.
I dagger him. I am still blind. Am I still blind?
You are still blind.
Okay, not looking.
Nope.
Okay, missed.
Not gonna work. Your dagger strikes hit nothing.
Okay.
Except for the amulet. They kind of ting against it for a second or two.
Wait, I thought the one who disappeared had the amulet.
Oh, Lear had the amulet.
Yeah.
Never mind. They ting against nothing. You think they ting against the amulet, it's just the brick wall that you're smashing into over and over and over again. Tome is going to... Lear is actually going to pop back into the room.
Okay.
He's going to pop up right behind you and do his very best to do a magic missile attack against you, which is going to be a double bounce. Completely misses, shoots off from two sides. He tosses the amulet.
It accidentally hits Tome, though.
It doesn't accidentally hit Tome.
It does. I'm dictating the narrative.
It accidentally hits Tome. I mean, I'll do a dexterity check for Tome just to see if it doesn't. Because it's definitely not. Reflexes, double bounce for Tome. It accidentally hits Tome right in the side of the face. Singed hair, burned out of the side of his face. It's an epic fail. does a little bit of damage to him, but here's the thing it really does. Mm-hmm. Lear is throwing the amulet to Tome at the time his magic strike hits.
I sense the warmth.
It bounces off the back of your skull. Your head is finally reborn.
Yeah, I get my eyesight back.
And you can do a agility check to see if you can catch the amulet.
Okay.
Agility, reflexes, double bounce. You need a success of 4. I don't think that was a double bounce.
Did you hear the...
I heard it on the board.
It went doot, doot, doot.
It's gotta be off the board. I was also there.
I know. What do you mean it has to be off the board? That's impossible.
No, it's gotta be...
Let's see. Prove it.
See...
Yeah, get it on the board with a double bounce. Let me see.
Actually, that was great. That's the way you have to do it.
Okay.
Perfect. You just gotta go low with it.
There we go!
We figured it out! Your system's been spoiled! One more quest. You successfully...
3 plus my 3.
Yes, you successfully grab the amulet and feel
I put it on my head.
a giant pair of raven wings.
I tuck it into my princess dress so no one can see it anymore.
And a giant pair of raven wings spread out above
Fabulous. Now, I just so happened to notice a huge sack in the corner.
Okay.
With flying, I go grab the sack, and I swoop the boys into the sack, and I carry them off home. I have to bring the boys back to their parents.
I mean, alright, this will be the most impressive check of your life.
Okay,
but
fantastic.
if you get it, I'll give it to you. I need a wrestle check, which means it's got to be off the knee. I need a sneak check, which means it needs to be eye level. Your eyes need to be eye level with the table.
Okay.
So off the knee, eye level with the table.
That's enough.
I think that's hard enough.
Okay.
And it needs to be a success
Yes.
of 3 or more.
Okay. Eye level.
Yeah. Would you like my chair here just to
Uh-huh.
give you some... There you go. You're figuring it out. Oh! Bullseye!
Did it!
Freaking bullseye!
Oh, I happened to not have been a 6, but that would have been so cool.
Okay. Would you like to tell me how this happens?
Okay. So there's a huge burlap sack in the corner.
Okay.
I grab the sack. These 2 boys are dumbfounded that
They're
I have
also
raven
very drunk.
I swoop underneath their butts, and it brings them up into the bag. Basically, if this is their butt, it goes...
Okay.
They each fall in. And I'm making a cacophony of noise. Then I tote them over my shoulder. Now, where's my map? I still gotta pick up the 3rd one, whose balls are hanging out by a thread.
Questionable.
He's pretty much passed out at this point. I swing through the bathroom and swoop him up too.
Okay.
And then I fly home.
Straight out the ducket.
Yeah.
Okay. On the way, you do happen to pass a very lovely Manitor grazing just in
with
the
the
field.
key on his neck.
He's actually very calm.
Yeah, now that he found his grass.
He loves being in open areas. It's
Yeah.
when you have them trapped that they're very uncomfortable. And you see 17 bushes on fire? But that's not really your concern.
No.
I think the only natural way to end this is with, a piece from the hero of our story. I mean, a literary masterpiece.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
clearly it's the only, just a recap of what has happened, because this is, you come back to Puddle Snout, what was his name?
Puddle Snap.
Yeah, you come back to Puddle Snap at the college, dropping off the bag of boys. Now, a severed ball sack is questionable, and honestly, with the money that the parents have, though, was not irreparable, and everyone learned a valuable lesson. Specifically, Lear, who never got his legs back. Just chicken stubs.
What was the animal grazing in the field called?
A manicore.
Manicore?
I think. Let me find it. Oh, where are you? Where are you? Manitor. Yes, Manitor. That's the name, clearly. As I've said all along.
I'm composing my literary piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be magnificent.
Announcing the esteemed scholar, Princess Tuttledut. Princess Puddledut. Announcing the esteemed scholar, Princess Piddledat.
I'm ready. Ready to hear my literary masterpiece?
Name.
Princess Toadette.
Announcing the esteemed scholar, Princess Toadette.
I sent the goblins hobbling. The Minotaur gave a roar and became a whore. The Phoenix birthed force ablaze and set the world in bushes in haze. Obliterated the hot dog as I croaked like a frog. Collected the frat boys who had balls hanging like toys. And collected my reward and began to hoard. The end.